All right. You ready?
I was born ready.
Hell yeah. I was not. I was born, lightly not ready. Hello, everyone. Welcome to TV Literate, a podcast that unapologetically enjoys trashy TV. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Megan.
How are you this week, Megan?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing pretty good. I have no concept of what day it is, what time it is at any given point. But, other than that, just making it through. How about you?
Pretty much the same. We finally got through the week, which was the week from hell for us, because term starts tomorrow.
Right. So that's fun.
Yeah, slightly afraid, but we're not going to think about it too hard, because that's when you go down the hell spirals.
Yeah, let's just pretend it's not happening.
It's not.
Nah.
What have you been watching this week?
I was trying to think. I'm still in like a weird TV mood where I'm not really into anything right now. I've been doing a lot of reading the last couple of weeks, so I haven't really been focusing on TV. But
Have you been reading any trash, though?
I haven't. I've actually been reading a lot of really good stuff. Well, I did read Midnight Sun, which is trash. But
shit, yeah.
but it's that's its own thing. But as for TV, I think I talked about this last week, but Kyler and I have been watching Shark Tank nonstop. For some reason, we're really into Shark Tank right now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we watched some House Hunters and some house shows too.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I haven't really gotten into anything new recently, and I'm dying to get into something, but I just can't figure out what I want.
I understand that.
What about you? What have you been watching?
Oh, God. Okay. So, I have been watching mostly just Avatar: The Last Airbender because I've just needed something that's it's gonna be all right in the end.
A little pick-me-up.
And, we've been doing spooky movies almost every night.
Nice. Yeah, I've been in that mood, too. We haven't really watched any, but I've been in, I need to get into the spooky mood.
Mm-hmm.
And I love horror movies, so.
Yeah, we decorated last weekend, so we've been going hard on the Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, the sun just went away.
Who needs it?
The weirdest one we've watched so far was this one called Vivarium. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's apparently it was big in the horror film circles. I don't know. But it was really fucking weird.
What's it about?
I don't know how much to say without spoiling it, but it's essentially about the horrors of suburbia.
Oh, okay. I like that.
It's very weird and it was mostly scary, I think, because of the time we're in too, because it's this whole thing where they're essentially trapped in suburbia with no one else and totally isolated except for this one other thing that is part of this life. And yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a little too close to home right now.
Yeah, it was weird. It was, I don't know, it was Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen Poots.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime if you want to watch it.
Cool, yeah, I'll look into it.
Other than that, I've been watching some Winona Earp because Huntington local again. Mm-hmm. And I did watch Don't yell at me. Sorry, the kitten just yelled at me. I watched only the first 2 episodes of Unwell on Netflix because I did not want to listen to the one about how people use breast milk.
How they, for what?
I think for adult humans to deal with their to boost your immune system, or I don't know, some miracle cure that crazy woo-woos do. So the first episode was about essential oils to put you in where this was going, and the second one was about Tantra.
Okay.
All taught by white people, obviously.
Of course, definitely. Yeah, but the breast milk one, maybe we should just leave that to the babbies.
Yeah, they can keep that. If you have extra, maybe give it to a baby.
Yeah, you can donate it. A lot of hospitals take donations of breast milk. So.
Yeah. lots of people can't produce enough, or mom gets sick, or whatever.
Right, yeah, lots of different things.
Yeah, don't give it to adult men.
No, that's gross. That's creepy.
I hate everything about that. Like, I generally am a live and let live. Maybe we don't kink shame. Maybe we don't judge people for other stuff. But also, I'm fucking judging you if you are drinking some random ass lady's breast milk.
Yeah, I agree. That's a little too out there for me.
Yeah, it's.
And I'm a pretty open-minded person, so.
Yeah, like, but it's not technically hurting anybody, but.
The implications behind it make me uncomfortable.
That's unsettling.
Yes.
God, what was I watching today? I was watching something, I think, on TikTok. The messiest TikTok. This is like the most reality TV show TikTok that I have watched in a while. I think I sent it to you. But it was this girl who was like, put a finger down if you and your husband got married, a destination wedding back in February in Mexico, and then the day after your wedding, your mother-in-law said that her son has to choose between you and her because of this, and that, and it's like she's not having enough attention paid to her on their wedding day. And then it goes into like now the husband is living with his sister and sharing a bed, and it was just like, holy shit. And I think the reason that I really felt it was because the girl who was saying it, her name's Jillian as well. I was like, oh no, Jillian, solidarity. I'm so sorry about your life.
That's fucked up.
That's so fucked up, man. No incest.
No.
That's where I draw the line.
I'm out. Been watching too much Shark Tank, sorry.
God, I love Shark Tank. I should watch some more Shark Tank.
It's so good. It's addicting, too.
And so much of it is so bad. Like...
Oh, yeah. There's some of this stuff, I'm like, what the fuck? There was one of the episodes we watched, there was a guy who, like, literally his business was to mail potatoes to people.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Mail potatoes with, like, messages written on the potato, like an actual potato.
Hey, that you can do. That guy made money. Like, you can do that.
Yeah. He was talking all about it, and I don't remember if he got a deal or not. I don't think he did.
Well, he's doing fine. Because I see advertisements all over Facebook for it, because I definitely have sent a couple glitter bombs, so Facebook knows me.
They know you would want to send a potato.
You can also send a nude rubber chicken, because if you can fit a barcode on it for the USPS to do, you can send whatever shape package it is, so it's just a rubber chicken.
That's awesome.
So you might get a rubber chicken for Christmas. Who knows?
God, I hope so.
Oh, God, what if they had a rubber chicken that was one of those ones that goes like, but then they filled it with fucking glitter.
Oh, God, a glitter bomb rubber chicken.
Shit.
That's our business idea. We're going to Shark Tank with that.
They're gonna, like, fucking fight for us.
They are, all of them.
Jesus. All right. Now that we've gotten that out of our systems, we decided to kind of do something a little fun and light this week, because both of us haven't really been into anything reality TV-ish.
Right. It's been rough.
So we decided that we were going to talk about the iconic reality TV moments from our youths, I guess.
Yeah, and I sent you this last night. In order to prepare for this episode, I kind of wanted to go through a list of like all of the reality TV shows from the early 2000s and, you know, pick the ones that I've watched before and try to remember some ones I completely forgot about. And I sent you a list of a Wikipedia of all of them, and there was like pages and pages and pages. It was insane. And I remembered so many little tiny shows from like MTV that I watched, and it was amazing. It was like walking down memory road. It was beautiful. I
mean, it truly was. Like, in my heart, I know that I watched Jersey Shore and Geordie Shore and stuff, but for some reason, all of that time has just left me in my head until I see Snooki's face.
Yeah, it's crazy how just time is so weird. I'm not even. That's a whole other thing, and I can't even get into that because I'll get too deep into it. But
yeah,
it's crazy how quick time goes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally agree with you.
Really, really deep stuff on this podcast.
Yeah, we're really getting to the heart of the thing. How did we forget that we watched The Osbournes?
Oh my fucking god, I loved The Osbournes.
All right, so are you ready to watch a YouTube clip?
I was born ready to watch a YouTube clip. I'm always ready to watch a YouTube clip.
I had to put this one first, even though really it should have been last if I were like ranking them like worst to best or least iconic to most iconic, because everyone knows, is it chicken or is it tuna?
Oh yeah, it's just so much like, oh, it's so iconic.
It's so good. Okay, we're doing it. We're playing it.
I'm ready.
Is this chicken what I have, or is this fish? I know it's tuna, but it says chicken by the sea. That's stupid. What? Don't make fun of me right now. I'm not in the mood.
You act like you've never had tuna before.
I've had tuna fish like sandwiches and stuff like this.
Maybe you and I have eaten tuna like this before.
Why is it called chicken by the sea or in the sea?
Chicken of the Sea is the brand.
Oh.
You know, because a lot of people eat tuna. It's like a lot of people eat chicken. So it's like the chicken of the sea.
Okay, I understand now. I read it
She
wrong.
She clearly doesn't.
Oh god, it's so good.
It's so good, and it was like so iconic, and I don't know, it's just the best. It always brings me joy.
It really does. First of all, let's give a shout out to Nick Lachey because he's a Cincinnati boy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love how he keeps his composure in that, because can you imagine like your spouse saying something like that? I would be so mean.
I know. Well, I know, and I know I am, because Chris does that occasionally, like where we grew up essentially in different places. So like Colorado childhood things are different than like Appalachian childhood things, and I'll be like, you know, this, and he'll be like, what? And I'll be like, what?
Yeah, no, definitely. Whenever I love making fun of my husband, for like either like weird things he did as a kid or like things he thinks that are like clearly not true. So if my husband came to me and thought that this tuna was chicken, I would not react like Nick Lachey did. That's for sure.
No, I mean, like, I can see why their marriage did not last.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Newlyweds, the show, Newlyweds,
Mm-hmm.
Nick and Jessica, and this was right when they got married, and like, he's already this tired of her bullshit.
Yeah, I had this on my list of shows that I love to watch, because this is like, I feel like this was 2003, I think. I had it written down.
That sounds about right.
2003, and this was like the golden age of like trash MTV shows for me.
Yeah.
I just like, I was always watching MTV at this point, because I would watch every single show, because it was just hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, I think this was like the time where I also watched like all of the MTV shows. Like, fuck, like you're like, what's that one? Next, the bus one. You remember the bus one?
Next. I have a couple more written down. I had like, there was Next, there was Room Raiders. Do you ever watch that one?
God, that was so horrible. And then they would use the black light.
Yeah, they would like go into, like, they would have like random people that they would just like abduct and like not give them any warning, and then the person that was like the dater would go into their rooms and search their rooms and pick based on the room who they wanted to date, and it was like always so gross, especially when they went in the guys' rooms. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
it was just not good. And then there were like I had them written down, a couple of like weird dating shows that they had on here. Other ones like Parental Control,
mm-hmm.
I think we talked about before, where it's like the parents chose the date. And then there was one that I had written down called Date My Mom.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah, like the people went on dates with their like, you know, suitors' moms, and that's how they chose who they went out with. And I loved that kind of shit, and it was that just brought me back.
MTV peak courtship era.
Good, the good old days.
The good old Duggar courtship.
Yes.
Date my mother.
Yeah, that's exactly the type of things that MTV was showing. Duggar-esque stuff.
Yeah. Well, staying on MTV, my next clip is when Sammy gets a note from Snooki and JWoww on Jersey Shore, which I watched a bit of Jersey Shore. I watched all of the other like knockoffs a lot more, like The Only Way is Essex and Geordie Shore and just all those MTV trash shows. Yeah. But all right,
let's get into it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna talk to Angelina.
If you want.
We actually want to call the house to see if Angelina is there to ask if Sam found the letter.
Hello?
Ironically, Sam answered the phone, and I'm like, oh, no.
What are you doing?
We're bored at work. We were seeing if anyone was home.
Did you leave me a note?
Did I what?
Leave me a note. Just say yes or no.
No.
Please be honest.
What are you talking about, A?
I open up my drawer, and there's a note there. And it says, all the that Ron has done to me. It wasn't you? Because it's a lot of let me tell you.
No, I didn't, but from when?
Like at Clutch and at bed. He did some and it's all in a note, and I confronted him about it and everything.
I wasn't there for Clutch or bed. I was with you for Clutch, and I was with you for bed. Me, Nicole, and you went home.
You didn't know anything?
No. Are you all right with him? Are you guys okay?
No, I'm not okay right now. Like bugging out, but I'm okay, but I'm not okay.
No, dude, I didn't write any letter. I'm sorry, though.
Did Nicole?
No, Nicole hasn't said it. Nicole's, yeah, but hold on, here's Nicole.
What's going on?
Nicole, you didn't write me a letter? You didn't write me a letter?
No.
Drama.
Really? Where? Amy, what happened? Drama with her?
There was a note in Sam's something that states what Ron did.
Oh, really?
I don't know who made
What did he do? What did he do now?
I don't know.
What
Just
time?
everything with bed and Clutch. And
Really?
stuff, I guess. Yeah.
Wow, I wonder who did that.
Sorry, Sam. Oh my God.
That's serious.
We're coming home soon. We're coming home soon.
Yeah, come on, I'm gonna show you it.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
I mean, it's just iconic of how much trash they were to each other.
Yeah, I actually never really watched Jersey Shore at all. I've seen clips and stuff from this. I've definitely seen this before, and I know about it, but I never really watched it. But it's just they're so awful to each other.
They are, and God, I don't know how this show went for so long because all of them are just totally dumb to each other the whole time. And when it's oh, I'm gonna call to check to see if she got the note, and then she fucking answers the phone, and she's like, no, I don't know, I don't know. You're you realize there's a camera filming you on all of this.
Yeah, you're on a reality TV show. Your every move is being watched.
Yeah, you're just stirring the shit. I don't know. I just love Snooki so much.
Yeah, she's iconic.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say about her.
She's full trash, but in a healthy way.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy trash.
She knows she's trash, and she embraces it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of was the draw of all of Jersey Shore, was that they all, none of them thought that they were good people. All of them knew that they were just shit-stirring, vain, goofy motherfuckers. Which is what I really want.
Yeah, definitely. When you're watching this type of show, it's yeah, definitely. I don't really know why I never got into it. I don't think I ever just felt the need to start watching it. I think if I would have started watching it, I probably would have gotten really into it. Mm-hmm. And maybe part of me didn't want to get really into it, and so that's why I didn't start watching it. I don't know. But
that's fair. It also feels like it went on forever, and it
did.
I think they're still doing
yeah, there's
Jersey
definitely
Shore
spin-offs and stuff that's still on MTV. It did feel like it went on for forever though.
I think it did. I think it literally went on forever. I think maybe that's what broke reality. Let's see how long Jersey Shore was on. Oh, it only went from 2009 to 2012, but that doesn't seem right. Was it really only 3 years?
Those were long years, though.
They were, okay, yeah. It was 6 seasons over 3.5-ish years.
Honestly, those were really long years from my life, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, it was 84 episodes in 3 years. That's why it felt like it ate us all. Because it did. It was all of us. The next one I have is also a peak Jersey Shore moment of Snooki being so fucking drunk.
Oh, I've definitely seen this one. Okay, let's watch it.
It's like 20 seconds long.
This girl is
We're like rocking out. Then she just runs off in her fuzzy slippers.
I'm like, Snooks?
I want those slippers.
I know, I do too.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, and she just yells, "Where's the beach? Where's the beach?"
Honestly, yeah, this, like, there's nothing more entertaining to watch than incredibly drunk people.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, there's, like, a line. Once they get, like, too drunk when it gets scary, like, I don't really like to watch that, but that was, like, the perfect amount of drunk. Like, crazy drunk, but she can still walk.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
She's still going on her own volition.
Exactly.
And she's going there fast. And
She
I think
is.
the reason that I love Snooki so much is because I am Snooki when I get drunk. Like,
I would love to see that.
God, the first night that Chris and I met, I got drunk because it was at a work conference. And, you know, work conferences are like, oh, we're just going to sit in a cold fucking room for 8 hours and then we're going to give you free beer and hope for the best.
Yeah.
And I ended up running down the sidewalk and being like, this is my party trick in like the middle of the night. And like I ran past this group of teenagers that just looked at Chris and was like, is she famous or something? And it was just like, I don't even know.
I love that. But I kind of relate to that because I don't really drink that much. I never really have because I have diabetes and it makes my blood sugar like really messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But I've only been like a little bit drunk like 2 or 3 times. And the drunkest I've ever been, I was on vacation with my parents, which of course, and Kyler. And we were watching a movie and we were in this rental house and like where we were sitting was in a couch against this wall that was like halfway up. It had a cutout and it was like a split level into the like kitchen area.
Yeah.
And I just decided that I wanted to climb up this wall. And so I climbed up the wall and I made it and I like just plopped myself over on the other side. And so I relate to that, I guess, because I feel like that's some Snooki energy right there.
I mean, it's peak Snooki energy. My last video, which I'm not going to show yet, it's the pièce de résistance, is the Snooki moment that I feel the worst for her in, but understand everything that she has done.
Yes.
God, it's so much. And I love Snooki, and I don't like drinking anymore, but in my 20s, I did a lot of drunk running. Drunk running?
Drunk running. I love it. That should be an Olympic sport, too. Drunk
Well, okay, so this is the crazy thing. There's this, I used to run, like, as like a sport activity thing that, you know, torture myself.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. But there's this thing where people have started putting together running and craft beer, and they call it the Hash House Harriers, which is where like you run while you're like, and you like drink beers before you go running with this big group, and then you drink beers after. And I'm like, that's how you vomit and die.
I was gonna say that sounds like the worst idea ever.
Yeah.
Which like that reminds me of, and I don't think you don't watch The Office, right?
I have watched The Office, yes.
Okay.
I haven't watched it recently, but I watched all of it back in the day.
Okay, cool. Well, there's an episode where they're running a marathon for rabies because Michael Scott wants to. And he thinks that you need to load up on carbohydrates and be dehydrated when you run. And so he ate a bunch of fettuccine Alfredo and didn't drink anything and ran a 5K or whatever. And yeah, he threw up. So that's immediately what I thought of when you said the beer and the marathon. Not a good mix.
All right. Well, I guess we're still on MTV, like, because MTV really was.
It was the heyday. Like, I had so many MTV shows. I would say I had a couple TLC ones, definitely, but MTV was, like, the dominating trash TV for, like, especially, I think, for our age, too. Like, we are 90s kids, so, like, we grew up watching MTV. It's just kind of a natural thing. So it's not surprising, but God, there were so many good ones.
Yeah. So this one, I didn't want to play, like, the whole episode because it would
So
be a
good,
whole
though.
long ass episode, but it's great.
It's so good.
But God, this is the Catfish episode where the dude thinks that he's been dating Katy Perry for 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Yes, let's watch.
Let's watch.
All right. Well, Katy is Katy Perry. So there you go.
After 6 long years, one man who thought he was in a long-term relationship with Katy Perry is finally getting noticed by the actual pop star herself. When Katy caught wind of the guy who thought he had been her boyfriend for 6 years, she had to come out and say something. In case you've been living under a rock, I know what happens. Let me fill you in on all of the important details right before jumping into Katy's response. So there's this man by the name of Spencer Morrill from Tennessee who has been convinced for the last 6 years that he was dating pop star goddess Katy Perry. So when the relationship ended without so much as an explanation, Spencer became very suspicious and he called up MTV's Catfish to basically find out whether or not he was catfished. And spoiler alert, he was. Now, enter Katy Perry. So days after the episode aired, the Rise singer was asked for her thoughts on the whole ordeal during SiriusXM's morning mashup, and she said her heart actually goes out to the poor guy. When asked if she saw it, Katy said, quote, "Yes, somebody sent me a link. I didn't actually read through it because I just think it's really unfortunate and sad." Katy continued to comment on Spencer's situation when one of the morning mashup hosts told her that Spencer had an engagement ring made using his great-grandmother's emerald, and he made it for Katy Perry. She said, quote, my heart goes out to him actually because anybody that's just been fooled like that, or just, people have dreams and people live in different parts of the world where not everything is always so accessible, I feel bad for him. And so I didn't really like to indulge in that because my heart would die. Poor guy. Well, at least the real Katy knows who he is now, right? That's better.
All right. Good job, Katy Perry. You went to therapy. But yeah, God, this was like the most intense episode in that he was like so resistant to her, like to having been catfished. Like he still believed.
And it was just like so obvious that like, first of all, it's obvious that Katy Perry would not be talking to someone like you for 6 years online. Like, no.
Yeah.
But like, even just like the way that they met, like I remember everything. It was just like, dude, no. And even when they went and they like proved that it was this other girl, he still didn't even believe it. I remember he was still like, but it could have been Katy. It's like, honey, no.
Like, I think at the time this was happening was when Katy Perry was married to Russell Brand, too. Like, how did fake Katy say, oh, yeah, it's just all for a ruse. He's making me marry him. I don't know.
Right. I doubt that. But yeah, Catfish, honestly, iconic. I fucking love Catfish so much. Actually, one of my favorite moments from Catfish, I have a specific memory. There's an episode, and actually one of the reasons why I remember it so well is because it takes place in Cincinnati, like right by where UC is. So I was very familiar with the area where they were filming, so that's always fun. But it was this guy who had been talking to this other guy, and actually I think his cousin had called Catfish to like get them in on it to see who this other guy was, and it turned out the whole time that it was the cousin. It was this girl cousin, and like they were like in and out going to these houses that they thought that he might live in, and she was just there, and she was like, yeah, it was me. And then the cousin was like, what, why? And then the guy who's being
Cut-fashed.
The guy who was being catfished was like, what the fuck, why would you do this? And the cousin was like, you should have never called me a fat ass Kelly Price. And it was just so fucking good.
I mean, I don't believe in catfishing like as a tactic of revenge, but I do believe in catfishing when someone calls you a fat ass Kelly Price.
Exactly, that's inexcusable.
Yeah.
So that's just I love Catfish. There's just so many good iconic fucking moments of that show. There's just so many clueless people, and it's so good.
Didn't it just get vamped or on again or something?
Well, I think they've actually technically always been on, but what happened was, I know a year or two ago Max left, and so it's just Neve now, and it's like he has like different co-hosts, I think, but I think it's still on. Like, I don't think that it was ever off.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I think they just were like announcing that it was, I guess, back, but maybe it was just back, like.
For the new season, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I have no brain space for this.
Right, you have none.
Time is immaterial.
It is. But anyway, I love Catfish. It's amazing.
That's so good. Ow. Sorry, cat's biting my foot.
It's so good. Ow.
It's so good. Ow. So, okay, my next clip is, God, I can't remember if the Kardashians were on MTV for a time, or were they on VH1?
They were on E. I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, the Kardashians, I never really got into Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but it played enough in the world and, like, at restaurants and stuff where I'd sit and eat, you know, sushi or whatever, and they'd just have something on, and it was always Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Right.
So, this next clip...
I feel like...
You go.
No, I was just gonna say, I watched it on and off. Like, I never, like, religiously watched it, but I would watch it, like, if there was nothing else on. But I think another reason why, like, a lot of people are really familiar with it, even if they don't watch the show, is that there's so many memes of Kardashian stuff. It's just, like, part of our pop culture. Like, even if you
people
don't watch
are
the
dying,
show.
Kim.
Yes, Kim. There are people who are dying. Lights happening here. Oh God, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so good. But this was my favorite trash meme of the Kardashians.
Let's get into it. I'm excited.
Do this.
We have 10 minutes.
Mom, suck my... What up, Adrian lover? Were you not going to call me to say ta-ta? What am I talking about?
Your sister's going to jail. Have a little compassion. Kim, would you stop taking pictures of yourself? Your sister's going to jail.
Chloe's gone.
Here, Kim, this one.
Chloe was sentenced to 30 days in prison.
She lasted
30 hours. I hate the Kardashians, but I fucking love the Kardashians.
I know.
They are so entertaining. And I hate that they are, but they are. They're just so fucking, like, every part of them, especially this era Kardashian, like, I'm, like, less into them now, because they're just, like, too much for me now.
Yeah.
But this, like, late aughts Kardashian, fuck yes, I'm all about that.
It's back when they weren't really famous. They were only famous, like, for kind of the show and just being rich and whatever. And, like, now they're just too famous, too ubiquitous to really enjoy it.
Yeah, now that, like, they're all, like, now that, like, Kylie and Kendall Jenner are so big, and now that Kanye's involved with them, I'm just like,
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out. But yeah, no, I loved the Kardashians way back when. I don't have any time for them now. I don't care. They're just trying to make money and whatever. But
I don't really care much about them now. The only thing I care about is I always want to know what they name their new kids, because they have, like, the craziest names. But
that's true.
Other than that, like, I don't really care. I probably haven't watched their show in, like, 5 years or so.
But still,
like,
somehow I know things about Kim Kardashian.
Oh yeah,
like she went to law school and shit.
I think that's fucking nuts. I think the last time I really ever watched the show was right around the time when Caitlyn was transitioning. It was, like, the last time I really ever watched it.
I think that was, like, probably a year after I stopped watching it, because I just did not want to deal with all of the people being shitty around that. Yes. But I think also, like, I kind of stopped watching. They were, like, the one family that got worse, like, less entertaining when you add in babies.
Definitely. I agree. Actually, that's 100% true.
Yeah, because they were, like, hot messes, 20-year-olds, crazy people, whatever. That was fun. And then when they started, like, having a whole lot of kids and doing actually, like, weird family shit, I was not as into it.
Less fun. Yeah.
Didn't feel as low consequence to laugh at them.
Right.
All right, so now I've gotten into the cable network shows of my youth. And I will be the first to say that I did watch the first, I think, 5 full seasons of American Idol, all the way through every episode.
I'd say I was probably a little bit more than that even, actually. But the first couple seasons of American Idol, I was obsessed with it. I actually went to, like, American Idols live for the first season. So I saw, like, Kelly Clarkson and all that. And it was amazing. I loved it when it was, oh God. And everyone was obsessed with it too.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
were the fucking days.
Those
God
were the
damn.
days. Do you remember the fucking movie that Kelly Clarkson made? It was like Justin and Kelly.
From Justin to Kelly, yes. I remember going to theaters and seeing that with my mom.
God, I think I got it off of the Blockbuster shelf and watched it. Oh, wow.
God
Man,
damn.
that's some sick nostalgia. But here is my favorite American Idol audition. And I always feel bad because a lot of people were really shitty to William Hung and like very racist and whatever. But also, this dude's hilarious. He's iconic. And I think after this, he really was able to kind of not necessarily laugh at himself, but see why it was funny. And like, he made a shit ton of money off of it too. So
Right, yeah, definitely. He benefited for sure.
yeah. Okay, so here we go.
And I currently studying at UC Berkeley right now. But it's kind of odd, like why I chose to even audition in the first place, because my major is civil engineering, which is totally not related to music. But I really like music. I want to make music my living. Talk to me, tell me your name. You blow me off like it's all the same. You lit it fuse and I'm taking away like a bomb. Yeah, baby. Talk to me, tell me your sign. You switching sides like a Gemini. You playing games and now you're hitting my balls like a drum. Yeah, baby. She bangs, oh baby, when she moves, I go crazy cause she looks like a flower, but she stings like a bee, like every girl in history. She bangs, I'm wasted by the way
Thank you.
Oh.
You can't sing, you can't dance, so what do you want me to say?
I already gave my best, and I have no regrets at all.
Good for you.
That's good. Now that's
excellent,
good. That's
William.
good.
That's the best attitude yet.
You know, I have no professional training of
No.
singing, so.
Well, there's the surprise of the century.
William, you're the best. You're the best.
All right.
Thank you
They
so
don't
much.
even have to
Thank
say
you,
no.
William.
They're
like,
just
funny, go.
you know what you've done here.
Oh my god. So actually, interestingly, this is one of the shows that it was canceled for a while and it came back like recently, like maybe last year. And I don't remember how it happened. I think Tyler and I were watching something on Hulu, and you know how like when you finish a show on Hulu, it'll just like automatically start playing something else sometimes. Well, for some reason, it automatically started playing American Idol, and we were just watching it. It was one of the auditions. First of all, completely new people. Katy Perry's one of them.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other people. And
Isn't it like Heidi Klum, or is that the other one?
I don't know.
Sorry, keep going.
Anyway, it was not good because I miss. They were all nice, first of all, and like I miss the meanness, but also they never showed any bad auditions. They only showed auditions of people that they like accepted.
Oh, yeah.
Which was like not as entertaining, so not as good.
God.
I know it's like probably because they're like, oh, we're trying to get away from like making fun of bad people, but like if you go on TV to sing, like, you're kind of opening yourself up for criticism.
And like you know that it's gonna be telecasted, and you know that people are gonna laugh at you if you're bad. Like,
yeah, it's one thing to like record somebody like singing like by themselves and like make fun of it online, but like if you're going on TV to sing and you suck at singing, like, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think American Idol should die already.
Yeah, it should be done.
I watched a little bit of it this past couple weeks because they're doing the virtual auditions because of the Rona, and it was not very exciting. It was just like,
Nice.
I feel like now we're like overwhelmed with them too because we have American Idol and the X Factor and World of Dance, and we have America's Got Talent, and it's just like we have way too many of them that it's not that fun anymore.
Right, exactly. No, I agree. Actually, yeah, I feel like after American Idol, because I think American Idol was really like the first one, at least in America, of this type of show that got really big. And then it was kind of like all of the dance shows got really big too. So You Think You Could Dance, Dancing with the Stars, which I never got into any of those. I'm just not really interested in dance in any way, or the Dance Moms. That's a different thing.
That's fair.
But yeah, like that. It was just I feel like every night of the week during these times, there was always like some type of talent show on.
Yeah, and now it's like it's not even the most entertaining because like I'll watch whatever comes on after Jeopardy most of the time. I'll just be like, you know, what's on the regular TV, and it'll be like I do like World of Dance because J-Lo hosts it, and whenever someone dances well, she says, "Ooh, I got the goosies," and I'm here for that, and I love it, and I'm just like, "Oh, I got the goosies."
I got the goosies.
But it's like her and Derek Huff and somebody else, and that one's cute and good and always has like really like cool professional dancers that are like
that's cool,
chill. But yeah, like none of the other ones are very fun anymore because people aren't bad on them anymore. Now it's all people who are doing pretty good.
Yeah, I don't like watching good people because it makes me feel bad about myself. I only want to watch bad people so I can feel good about myself.
Well, I just also feel like I need some variety. I need some humor.
Oh, definitely.
I need some of that.
You need like a couple of duds between the really, really amazing people to be able to truly appreciate their talent.
Otherwise, it's just listening to like a studio album or listening to your Spotify. If they're all good, right. Why do I care? Why am I going to watch them do anything? I don't care. Unless they're the tiny children. I love the tiny children that can sing like opera. That's my jam.
Good. That's always good.
Okay. Moving on. We have spoken about this one before. It is one of the most iconic Survivor memories that I have.
Oh, one of my all-time favorites.
Sue just given us the most, given us the best speech. Oh, an angel. Also, I don't know if I said this in our Survivor episode or when we were talking about Survivor, but Sue is way younger than I remember her. I thought she was like in her 50s when I was like a kid, and I'm like, oh, she's like 30 something, maybe 40.
Yeah, it's interesting how your perception on people's ages change as you get older.
Right.
But yeah, definitely. She's not that old.
Mm-mm. No, I love her. I love her now. Okay.
I have no questions. I just have statements. Rich, you are a very openly arrogant, pompous human being. But I admire your frankness with it. You have worked hard to get where you're at, and you started working hard way before you come to the island. So with my work ethic background, I give that credit to you. But on the other hand, your inability to admit your failures without going into a whiny speech makes you a bit of a loser in life. Kelly?
Get fucked.
The rafting persona queen, you did get stomped on national TV by a city boy that never swam, let alone been in the woods or a jungle or rode a boat in his life. You sucked on that game. Anyways, I was your friend at the beginning of this, really thinking that you were a true friend. I was willing to be sitting there and put you next to me. At that time, you were sweeter than me. I'm not a very openly nice person. I'm just frank, forward, and tell you it the way it is. Have you sit there next to me and me lose $900,000 just to stomp on somebody like this. But as the game went along and the two tribes merged, you lied to me, which showed me what the true person that you are. You're very two-faced and manipulative to get where you're at anywhere in life. That's why you fail all the time.
Interesting.
So at that point of the game, I decided then just to go out with my alliance to my family and just to hold my dignity and values in check, and hoping I hadn't lost too many of them, and play the game just as long as possible and hang in there as long as possible. But Kelly, go back to a couple times Jeff said to you, what goes around comes around. It's here.
It's here.
You will not get my vote. My vote will go to Richard. And I hope that is the one vote that makes you lose the money. If it's not, so be it. I'll shake your hand and I'll go on from here. But if I were ever pass you along in life again and you were laying there dying of thirst, I would not give you a drink of water. I would let the vultures take you and do whatever they want with you, with
Like,
no
I
ill
didn't
regrets.
get this as a kid, but now I understand
I plead
this
to
viscerally.
the jury tonight to think a little bit about the island that we have been on. This island is pretty much full of only two things: snakes and rats. And in the end of Mother Nature, we have Richard the snake, who knowingly went after prey, and Kelly, who turned into the rat that ran around like the rats do on this island, trying to run from the snake. I feel we owe it to the island's spirits that we have learned to come to know, to let it be in the end the way Mother Nature intended it to be, for the snake to eat the rat.
So I could literally like do an entire separate podcast on Survivor because it's my favorite thing in the entire world. But Survivor is just so good, and that scene, I remember it. Like, you're right. When I was a kid, like, it didn't quite hit the same way as it hits now as an adult. But I remember this. I remember like the reaction to it too. Oh fuck! I remember So this was in 2000, and I just remember Survivor. Like, everyone was so into Survivor. The first couple seasons it was on, it was so fucking huge. It was amazing.
It was like so different and weird. We had never had like a survival show like this. It was usually like maybe Bear Grylls level of like, here's how you live through the winter if you get stuck somewhere. Not, we're gonna strand 20 strangers on Borneo and kill them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting because that's really how it was pitched at first, and then it kind of, and while that, like, the survival element is certainly still part of it, like, they're still surviving on an island, much more of the focus is now on, like, the, strategic game. So, I love Survivor. I could talk for literally all day about it, so you should just shut me up.
All right, well, I will go on to my next network cable selection, which is one that I watched for way too many years, and it's Amazing Race.
Okay.
I fucking love Amazing Race. It was so good. I really started to understand Amazing Race after I got older and started like traveling and stuff. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I started like traveling and stuff because like, God, putting two people who have chosen to do this game together and then making them navigate airports, train schedules in different languages, random shit like this clip that I'm going to show you, like all of this, I was just like, yes, this is humanity at its worst.
Yeah, I never watched Amazing Race, but it seems like something I definitely, like, if I got into it, I could really get into it. So.
I watched it like a lot when I was younger because I really liked to see the rest of the world, and then when I started like understanding human relationships and travel, like, ooh, it got real good.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Like, I want to know how many marriages have been destroyed because of Amazing Race. I want to know how many families do not speak anymore because of Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch this clip.
Let's do it.
Colin has a meltdown.
Detour, plow or foul? What do you think? 1,000 ducks?
The plow. Be looking, okay?
Which way?
Be looking on the bottom.
You're not even helping me look, babe.
Yes,
You're just
I am.
standing around.
There's not much I can do, babe. It's underneath. It's in the plowed area. It's going to be deep. That's why you have to really be looking in the plowed area. Do you understand? You don't?
I understand.
Where's it going?
No, in this field. Oh my God. My ox is broken. This is bull. I can guarantee you that much.
Grab the plow.
I can't get him to go over there.
Well, calm down.
Why do you keep turning?
Colin, why don't you learn how to control it?
I'm trying.
Listen to yourself. No wonder you can't control it.
See, I can't make him go over there.
I don't want another word coming out of your mouth.
Oh my God, I hate you.
God, just plow.
Come on. Get the over here and help look.
It's so deep, Colin.
I don't care.
Okay.
Walk through with your feet until you feel it.
It's right here.
Oh my God.
I'm just amazed he didn't end up buried in that field. Like, it is just iconic.
I've never seen that before. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I really want to watch that now, but oh my god, that like gave me anxiety to watch. I felt like the stress of it. Like I could never be on Amazing Race.
Hey, just wanted to let you know, there are 31 seasons of Amazing Race.
Oh no. No, is this gonna be my new thing?
They're all on Hulu.
Oh, that's even worse. They're easily accessible. Oh no.
I might have to go and watch them.
Yeah,
I remember this.
Tyler wants to.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, it's so bad and so good because people get in such epic, like, I haven't slept for 24 hours, I'm going to kill myself and others fights.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then they have those, like, detours and, like, the things that you have to win. So it's, like, essentially, like, I don't know, Tour de France stages or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. I need to watch it now. Oh, God. The next, sorry, I just saw what the next clip was.
So we're back, I think, to MTV, right?
No, I think this was on network. I don't know what channel it was on.
So it was The Simple Life.
I remember.
Let's see.
This was one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. I watched, like, all of it. God, it was, okay, so it was Fox and then on E.
Okay.
So, all right, this is my most iconic moment. My most Paris Hilton moment. And I have a lot of things to say about defending Paris Hilton and the whole House of Wax thing where they were just getting off on killing a dumb white girl. But she is a dumb white girl.
She is a dumb white girl. And here's proof.
I don't know.
What is Walmart? It's like they sell wall stuff?
No.
What is it?
Yeah, that is what she was. She didn't know what Walmart was.
Yeah.
So, first of all, that in and of itself is like, excuse me, ma'am, what?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, to think that Walmart just sells wall stuff.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they do, but they sell other stuff too. Like everything you could pick up.
Okay, I have another clip from Simple Life that I'm going to show because this one's a little bit longer and also is our time to make fun of Nicole Richie a little bit.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, God.
The artificial cow insemination.
I'm not doing that. Ew! Sorry. You're next.
It's like hollow.
It's like hollow.
A classic.
Iconic.
A classic. Nicole Richie sticking her hand up a cow's butt and then chasing Paris Hilton around with her poopy hands.
And, like, not understanding that she's kind of just reaching into a cow vagina and she's like, wow, it's hollow in here. You're like, yeah.
That's what it's like.
That's what we're all like, but smaller because we're not cows.
We're not cow. Well.
Some days we're cows. Yeah, so I loved Simple Life. It was just so good because I just love watching rich people struggle to exist in normal people's society.
It's one of the best things the world has to offer. So, yeah, Simple Life was incredible.
It was so good. And it reminds me so much of, what's the one? Funny Show. It's fake. George Michael.
Arrested Development.
Okay, so in Arrested Development, when the mom in Arrested Development is like, how much could one banana cost? $12?
Yeah, that's exactly what this is like.
It's that vibe, but for 5 whole seasons.
Amazing.
Okay, so we're back. We're back to Snooki, because I didn't want to put this one too early, but this is when Snooki gets punched by a dude in a bar, sucker punched by a dude in a bar. And it's a lot. Wait, hold on. I have to pause this. So isn't that music the same music that they use behind the "You wouldn't steal a car"?
It does sound just like it, definitely.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
It's not for you!
Wait.
What are you talking about right now? It's not for you. Who are you? Go away.
No. Julio orders all of us drinks, like all of us shots. These guys come over and they just take all the shots. Like, are you that freaking like poor that you can't afford your own drinks?
It's not for you guys. It's not.
So why do you pay for them?
Listen, this guy's buying for us. Shut the up. Don't tell me to shut up, bro. That guy, man. I'm not telling you to.
Get your ugly ass out of our faces.
Are you gonna hit a girl?
This kid just hit her.
Serious? Let him go.
It it's just like the most iconic Jersey Shore drunk scene.
I'm just laying there and I'm like, yo, what the just happened?
Are you serious? This kid gonna
Only time I've been pro cop.
touch me, man.
You're going to jail.
Me and Sam just kind of like picked her up and like carried her to the bathroom, and her mouth was just bleeding and blood was all over me.
Who the is a girl like that?
She's bleeding all over.
What the kind of kids hit a girl, bro?
Hey, stop.
We're all heated at this point. We're like, we can't believe that happened. Like, I never seen that in my life. A guy's gonna punch a female in the face. It's crazy.
Go home, bro. Go home. Go home, bro.
Dude, you hit a girl?
I've never even seen that before.
Girl.
We were just so pissed and like frustrated. Like we were just running around, like looking for his friends, trying to just like take out our anger on somebody.
Vin, come here. Dude, bro, relax.
Where is she? Where is she though? Where is she?
Relax.
Let me talk to her.
Please, no, just relax. Don't need to talk. You're fine. I missed the whole thing. I'm so sorry. Sorry. I missed it. It's all right. Nicole.
Oh my God, please don't tell me missing teeth. Please don't tell me missing teeth.
No. You're fine.
Calm down.
She's fine. Take this out.
Where's the blood coming from?
Your mouth. She's
All right,
fine.
calm down.
It was bad because I was still in shock. I didn't know what was going on. It's like, did I really just get hit by a guy? Like, what the?
You have a little cut right there, and that's it. It's fine.
It's in my gum.
Okay, I understand. That kid is never gonna be able to walk this earth again because he's known as punching a girl in the face. Okay? This was like just a regular girl, like my sister or my friends, and you're like a grown ass guy, and you punch her in the mouth. The cops are gonna talk to you, okay?
They kicked everyone out, and me and Nicole were left. We went outside for the medical exam to look at her.
You get back to your room, what you can do is you can stick them in the freezer, put it back on, wait about 20 minutes in between, and you shouldn't have any swelling or anything.
Paulie, did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
But yeah, Jersey Shore, it was such a fucking trash fire. And I feel like when I was a kid, I thought it was kind of funny because Snooki got punched. And now I'm just like, yeah, let's go get her. And I think it's more funny that the dudes are like, I'm going to kick this storefront because I need to go fight.
Yeah, exactly. It's like burn off all their adrenaline.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Yeah, Jersey Shore is just, like, nothing reminds, like, when I think of Jersey Shore, it brings me back to, like, my beginning years of college. And it's just like, oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a weird time of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was such a weird thing in general. Like, Jersey Shore in general. Like, just people that live essentially where we live, but live totally insane lives.
Yeah, and it was crazy how big it was too, how many people watched it, and like how many Jersey Shore references were in everywhere. Like everywhere you went, there was like some spoof of Jersey Shore, and yeah, it was huge.
And GTL, Gym Tan Laundry.
Gym Tan Laundry, even I knew that, and I didn't even watch the show, so...
It was a force. Okay, so I only have 2 left. And, okay, so I have... Do you want to start with gross, or do you want to start with good? Like, iconic takedown.
Let's do gross.
Okay.
Let's do gross.
So I'm only going to play this because I was so grossed out by this, and I watched every single fucking episode of Fear Factor, and now it makes perfect sense that Joe fucking Rogan is who he is, and he designed Fear Factor. But we're going to watch the donkey juice.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. It's 2 minutes of hell. I was traumatized by this as a child.
Today, we're going to offer the Fear Factor Juice Stand. And this is what we'll be serving. Donkey semen.
Oh my God.
And urine.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
You and your twin will be playing horseshoes. You will stand on this line, and you will throw your horseshoe towards that pin. Whatever number it lands on will represent the amount you will have to drink.
Yummy.
Watch out! Ooh, 24 ounces of donkey semen.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Yes! 30 ounces of urine. Go. Look at her go.
You're burping it
Just
up.
for the
You're
girls,
burping it
just
up.
for the girls.
Oh, you can't do it. You can't do it.
Bryn's almost done.
Just walk right now.
Done. Bryn's done. Bryn's done. It's all on you, Claire. Come on.
Finish it. Get over with.
Claire, you are a savage. Congratulations. Wow. God. Oh, that was the hardest thing I ever had to watch.
Can I
Listen,
puke now?
Yes, you can puke now. You girls are awesome. You girls are monsters. Even that guy over there is impressed with you. Cheers. You're almost done, dude. Do it. You're almost. Yes. 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 Dude, you are an animal. Yes. Man.
That was good.
Throw up now.
Props to
Go
you.
for it. Wow.
The fun's just starting. Oh, Kylie. I love you so much.
Oh. There you go. You're doing great. You're on pace. You're on pace. You're on pace.
Great.
Get through it. Get through it. One more go and you're done. One more go and you're done. One more you go. You got it! Congratulations!
Good job, guys.
What was that like?
It was just like consistency of it and like the taste. I was not expecting it. It was like
Like someone's been eating a lot of hay?
someone's been eating a hell of a lot of hay.
I hate it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I had to make you watch it, but now we're gonna cleanse after this.
Yes, I'm glad we did that one first so we can have something good to end on.
Yeah, but I would like to say firmly, fuck Joe Rogan. He's a piece of shit. But Fear Factor did have some of the most iconic moments of my early teens. Like, oh, and I mean, some of them were really cool. Like when they were in the Maasai group, and they had to drink like the mixed blood and milk that Maasai warriors drink for like extra protein and stuff. It was like, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm. But just like to be like, it's one thing to do stuff that like other people do and like to like see what it's like, but like to do stuff just to be gross, like I'm not really into it.
This was the Jackass era. Like people were setting themselves on fire and like stapling their balls to shit. Like having spiders and cockroaches dumped on your head was small cheese compared to Johnny Knoxville, like fucking
shoving a car with a condom up his ass.
Yeah, basically. Okay, so now we're going back to my OG love, because The Hills is something that I will never stop loving. And it is the reason why I love Selling Sunset so much, because it is the same dude that did both. And that's...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Once you know that, you can like see it in Selling Sunset. And it's like, Selling Sunset obviously is partially scripted. Like, it's not just their own drama. They're creating bullshit. And that's what The Hills did. But it also had regular drama. But it had this scene. I want to forgive you. And I want to forget you. I don't know how people didn't know this was staged when it was playing.
People are so gullible.
Yeah.
Hi. I brought you these. Thanks. Watch out, because they have a couple thorns right there, and they might prick you. Well, this looks very different.
It is different.
It's very nice.
Thanks.
Wow, I must say, I'm very impressed. You are very clean. Did a maid come?
No. Adrienne makes me clean.
Congratulations.
Most awkward.
I just want to talk to you, and I'm so sorry about how things went the other night when I saw you. Just been so frustrated, and I know you have been too, and so many he said, she said, stupid rumors and this and that, and I can swear to you on my life and to God and to everything that I really had nothing to do with that.
But did Spencer?
I mean, I don't know if Spencer had anything to do with that.
You're lying to me.
I'm not lying. If Spencer did anything, I'm sorry on his behalf. I can't control Spencer. I have nothing to do with Spencer.
He did it though, Heidi. Don't look at me and tell me that you don't know, because you know.
You think I had an idea what was going on?
I think that you know that Spencer did this. I think you don't want to believe it because you love him, and I understand that. Because sometimes when you love people, you want to believe they're good.
Sometimes.
Lauren, he's not bad. He's not bad.
He did this to me, and you want me to say he's a good person?
Yeah, but
I really wish you could know how bad it was.
I mean, I wish I could take it back. You don't think that I miss you as a friend? You don't think that I wish that none of this happened? I had no idea anything was happening. I really had no idea.
Heidi, sometimes whether you did something or you did nothing, it's just as bad.
I'm not Spencer, and I can't control Spencer.
How can you hate someone so much that you literally want to make them wish they were dead?
Spencer doesn't hate you. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry about all this. Went around and made calls and made an effort to make sure that everyone would hear these things about me. This is the person that you want to marry and spend the rest of your life with. And you have to live with that.
Lauren, I love Spencer.
Good.
And I'm so sorry.
You know what? You really must love him to stick by him through all this.
I'm not saying Spencer's an angel. Well, I didn't come here to fight with you. I really didn't. I just came here to say I really am sorry for all that you've been through, and I'm so sorry for things that have happened this way. And
I appreciate that. It was really hard for you to apologize. I understand that, and I really do appreciate it. But the only thing really that there is to do is to forgive and forget. So I really do. I want to forgive you, and I want to forget you. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Well, it was great seeing you. The apartment looks great, and I hope you have a great life.
Okay, so
Damn.
Did you watch The Hills?
I didn't watch it. I've seen episodes of it, but I didn't watch it religiously. But I just watching that clip, I was like, God damn, I'm gonna have to go watch all The Hills now.
It's all on Pluto TV for free too, but I think it's also on Hulu. Yeah, it's so good. And so this whole thing was about the sex tape that was released of Lauren, apparently, and Heidi and Spencer apparently had something to do with it, and that was obviously a lot. But man, remember when sex tapes used to get leaked like that? I feel like we haven't had a sex tape leak in a long time.
Either that or it's not that big of a thing anymore. You know what I mean? I wonder if because of OnlyFans and stuff being so big right now, it doesn't seem to be as big of a oh my god, life-changing moment. It's not that it's obviously if something got leaked that you don't want out, that's horrible and I'm sure that's bad, but I don't think it's as bad for their reputation as it used to be.
Which I don't know. I feel like Kim Kardashian still kind of got famous off of her sex tape.
Yeah, she did, for sure, definitely.
Which, shouldn't have been leaked, but also didn't ruin her career or her life.
Yeah, that's true.
Jesus, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like maybe it's because it's just more common, like you're saying. We all have cameras all the time with our phones and stuff, so maybe it just is oh, we're going to leak a sex tape of you. It's okay.
Cool, there's a million other sex tapes being leaked today, too. It won't,
Yeah, one guy on revengeporn.com will have watched this and nobody else gives a shit.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's the way we should go. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
That's all my videos.
Yeah,
So.
that was good. I think those were some really great clips, and I think we got to talk about a lot of really good shows. I have some more stuff, but I think we could probably make a whole other episode based on this.
This was a great episode.
This was so much fun. I love talking about childhood reality shows, and the nostalgia is so good.
Old trash.
Oh, I love old trash.
It was a much simpler time.
Simpler times. That is definitely true.
What's Walmart? They sell wall stuff? Okay. Well, that is us for today. If you want to follow us, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and now YouTube at TV Literate. We post every week, and we post on YouTube, and we're there. Come support us. We love you.
Yeah, we do. And also, if you, like we said earlier, we're both kind of like in a rut with TV stuff. So if you guys have any suggestions of old trash or new trash that you'd like us to watch and cover, please let us know. You can send it to us on any of our platforms, or you can email us, which is tvliterate@gmail.com.
Hell yeah. We did it. We've made it through another week, you guys.
We did it. We can keep doing it. Let's do it.
Stay safe. Wear a mask.
I am Megan.
And I am Jillian.
And we are TV Literate.